Hi everybody and welcome along to Monday's Cook Along. I'm Aine from Good Food Nutrition and I'm going to show you today a lovely simple lunch dish. So today we're going to be making my chicken satay salad wrap. Okay, so we're going to make it all from scratch. I'm going to show you how to make the satay sauce and everything. So just to give you some ideas for lunch as well, because I'm conscious that over the last few weeks we've done a bit of baking, making bread making. I've also shown you lots of sort of speedy dinners to make, including weekend dishes, weekend curries and stuff. But I do know for many of us who are in the house all day long, homeschooling the kids as well, it can be a little bit of a chore constantly having to make the breakfast, the lunch, the snacks and everything. So I think it's no bad thing to have a few little tricks up your sleeve to make some really speedy lunches. So again, as I say, is my lovely chicken satay wraps. And again, this is one, I'll show you as we go along how you can turn it into a full dinner as well. So it's one of those where have it as a lunch dish, but also you can kind of tweak it as well to make it to a really speedy dinner. So today I'm going to be using a turkey steak simply because I didn't have any chicken. And again, I like to always show you how to sort of change the recipes around so that if you're using stuff that's already in your fridge as well. So I just have here, you'll see, is just some of the turkey steaks or turkey fillets. Okay, I'm going to be slicing those down a little bit as well. And today you'll see it's so quick and easy is we're just going to be popping the turkey or the chicken if you're using it. And we're going to be popping it under the grill. So again, there's no real cooking involved. It's just a quick flash under the grill, get it cooked and then assemble it. So I'm going to start first of all by showing you how to make the satay sauce. Now, this is one of the favourites in my house. Before we do that, is if you are cooking along, is get your oven on to a high heat and get yourself like some form of dish that you can pop your chicken or your turkey into to cook it under the grill. So yes, for the satay, in my house, we absolutely love it. It is so quick and easy to make, but it's really tasty as well. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to put our turkey to one side and I'm going to start to prep for the satay sauce. So you'll see there from your recipe, we're using a peanut butter. Now, when I recommend people using the peanut butters, I'm always recommending no sugar ones, okay? Your normal peanut butter is absolutely, it's like eating a Mars bar only in a jar. So I will tell you is brands like Whole Earth, Meridian, I'm trying Pip and Nut is another one. There is a few kind of that are very low sugar as well, or you basically want the ones that have no sugar. So you're going to turn around the back and all it's going to say in it is peanut butter, or peanuts and salt. That's it. So we're going to go in with about 2 tablespoons of our crunchy peanut butter. And the reason that I use the crunchy is that you just have a little bit more texture in there as well. So about 2 tablespoons. I'll do that at the front here. And just straight into your bowl. I'll pop that to one side. Now, the creamy part of this, you can add yogurt. You can add some coconut cream as well, like just from a tin of coconut milk, just the cream off the top of it. You can use natural yogurt. You can use Greek yogurt. You can really use any type of plain yogurt you like, but I love the coconut yogurt simply because we're doing like a satay dish which has that lovely Thai or Asian feel to it, and I think the coconut goes lovely with it. So it's just some coconut yogurt. So we're going to go in with probably about 1 tablespoon. We'll see what that's like once we mix it around if we need any more. So adding to that as well, we're going to go in with some black pepper. A good grinding of our black pepper. A little pinch of salt, just a wee pinch, just to give it that little bit of flavour as well. We're going to go in with some fresh ginger And we're also going to be going in with some garlic as well, okay? So that's giving it those lovely sort of stronger flavors. Now, I'd say 1 clove of garlic should be plenty in this one. So we're just going to take the skin off this, and then we're going to grate it. So again, for taking the skin off, is we are just going with the back of our knives, press down on the garlic clove, and then snip it at the bottom. And then we're just going, that just takes the skin straight off, so there's kind of no peeling involved. And we'll just, while we're here, is we'll do the same for the ginger. Now with the ginger as well, you can either slice off the skin, or you just with the back of a little teaspoon, you can just scrape off the back as well. So I'm just going to trim it down slightly, get rid of the dry bits off it. Just with a sharp knife, just down the sides, and that's it. So you're left then just with the ginger without the skin on it. Now, for the 2 of these, I am just going to grate in the garlic. So 1 garlic clove is probably enough. I think any more than that, and it kind of takes over the flavour. So in we go just with 1 garlic clove. And you just want the bit that's coming out from underneath your grater, not on the top bit. In we go with that. And then with your ginger as well. So again, just grating ginger. Now I like quite a bit of ginger in my satay, but again, totally up to yourself. And if you can't find fresh ginger, try a bit of ginger, dry ginger powder as well, and that should work as well. But obviously the more flavour and sort of nutritional benefits are in your fresh ginger. So even the last time I think when I talked about ginger is, if you find that you're buying it fresh and it's ending up in the bin because it's gone off by the time you actually go to use it, is get the big lump of ginger that you buy, is skin it off with the back of the spoon, the whole thing. So sometimes you buy it in quite big lumps. Skin it off, pop it straight into the freezer in a container or in a freezer bag, and then just grate it from frozen into your dishes. Works brilliantly, but it means that you always have fresh ginger there in the freezer as well, and you're still getting the really good health benefits from it as well. So that's the 2 of them grated. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the zest of half a lime and the juice of half a lime as well. So in we go, just zesting off. So again, it's just your normal one with your microplane, and just taking the zest of it just down as far as the white. Don't go any further than that, or you're going to find that it's really, really bitter. So again, this is just going to give it that kind of zing flavour, that fresh flavour as well. And we just want about half that. And it also gives that beautiful green colour as well. So again, just about half that should do you. And just using your finger, get that off the back of the grater. Okay, and then what we're going to do as well is we're actually going to take the juice from half the lime as well. So just want to cut that in half and just give that a really, really good squeeze in there. And that gets all that lovely juice out. Okay. Now, we're going to give that a really good mix around, and then what we're going to do is we're going to add in some lovely fresh coriander again to give it more flavour, and then we're going to coat our turkey or our chicken fillets or breasts, and we're going to pop them under the grill. So again, just give everything a really, really good mix around here with your spoon. Now you may find with the peanut butter to begin with is that you sort of have to get it in there with force to kind of mix it around. There's also nothing to stop you as well as popping it in a little blender and blend it just blends it until smooth. So even a NutriBullet or one of those is perfect for this as well, or one of those little mini blenders are brilliant as well. But to be honest with you, you just end up with more washing up. So I just tend to go straight in by hand. Now, I'm just going to give that a really good mix around. You'll see here. Now I think we may need to just add another little bit of coconut yogurt. So I'm going to add that in now in 1 second. But you just want to make sure everything is well mixed around. And then we're also going to give it a little taste as well, just to see that the flavours are balanced in there as well. And also you're giving it that lovely little bit of heat as well from the black pepper. And but if you find that you want it a little bit more spicy, by all means, a half of a red chilli, just pop that straight in, and that will give you another bit of flavour. So in we go with about a half a tablespoon more of our coconut yogurt. And again, just that's starting to loosen it up a bit. You'll see there is it loosens up the peanut butter, which tends to be really, really thick and hard to actually stir. So that is looking lovely. Now there's a good bit there, so what I do then is I just pop that straight into a jar and stick it in the freezer or the fridge, and I'll use it during the week again for another dish. So again, this is sort of means that if you're cooking something like this, is you've kind of got the main bit of it made, so you can use it again during the week. Now, a little bit of our coriander, and the stalks and the coriander as well. Please do not be tempted to get rid of those. They contain most of the flavour. They are just lovely. Unlike the stalks on other sort of soft herbs is the coriander, definitely don't throw them away. So what we're just going to do is, we're just going to very gently chop them down nice and fine. And that's going to go straight into the mix as well. It's just such a beautiful smell from the coriander and the ginger and all here. It's good, just gorgeous. And just in with that. And we're just going to give everything a really, really good mix around. So you'll see there again, making sure that the whole sauce is lovely and smooth. If you think it's still very thick, add another little bit of your natural yogurt or your coconut cream or your coconut yogurt as well. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to give that a little taste, just to see if it needs anything else. So again, you want those flavours. Oh, that's lovely. Absolutely lovely. I actually might go in with another little bit of our lime juice. It just needs that other little kick. Now, give that another good mix around. And that is your satay sauce done. So, oh my goodness me, that's so easy and so quick to do. And also as well, it means that you know what's in it. It's fresh. There's no preservatives in it or anything like that. It's lovely, good to go. So we're just going to put that to the side for a second. And we're just going to get our turkey or our chicken prepped. So what I'm going to do is obviously for fast cooking is I have the grill now preheated to high. So it's going to cook very, very quickly. But what I'm also going to do is I'm actually going to cut the turkey steaks into little strips. So it means they're going to cook really, really quickly. What you can do as well is you can actually skewer it, like almost like if you're going to barbecue it. It's just get your little wooden bamboo skewers and just put little chunks onto it as well. It tastes absolutely amazing on the barbecue if you're thinking of that. So just getting it and then just cutting very thin strips lengthwise. And the same if you're doing it with the chicken breast is you're just going to be cutting it very thinly, cutting it lengthwise. So I'm going to show you now what that sort of looks like. So you will see there is you've just got like almost like little strips of them, so almost like little fillets of them. So we're going to pop them back in and we're going to do the same with the other one. So in this recipe, I would say probably about 2 chicken breasts, and that would do 3 to 4 people in the rice. So again, just nice and thin strips. And it just means as well at the end when they come out is that you don't need them to start chopping them down and they can just go straight into your wrap. So I'm just going to get rid of this and I'm just going to wash my hands very quickly just from touching raw meat. Now, we're just going to start now to assemble the satay sauce onto this. Okay. So I would say to you is only add a couple of tablespoons because there's only so much sort of marinade can go onto it. And the idea is to keep the rest actually to rest the wrap. So what we're going to do is we're going to take about 1 tablespoon to begin with, just over the top. And then what I'm also going to do is just going to add the teeniest little bit of olive oil just over the top. And this is literally just to stop it from actually sticking to the container as well. So with our other spoon, just going to give everything a really good mix around. You can see there is we just want to make sure that we're actually coating all of the chicken or all of the turkey as well. So I'm just going to give it a good mix around and then I'll show you exactly what I mean. So we might just go in with another little bit. So the reason I don't sort of pile it all in is I don't want to waste it either, because Once it grills under there, you're going to end up with a very, very thick marinade if you've too much on it, whereas it's just nicer to actually put some on the wrap as well. So again, just mix that all around. And then what I'm going to do is, you'll see there, is I'm going to actually sort of position them out so that they're on a single layer for cooking, because this is where you want to make sure they're actually cooking and they're not on top of each other, so that one's cooked on the top but the one underneath isn't. So at this point is, if you like, you could actually get yourself some wooden bamboo skewers, or the stainless steel ones as well. You could pop them onto the skewers. You can pop them in the fridge, cover them with a bit of cling film as well, and it means then when you're ready to barbecue them or cook them later on, they're good to go. So it's a great way to kind of prepare, is that prepare it in the morning, and then all you're doing in the evening time is popping it in the oven, under the grill, or on the barbecue. So again, it's speedy cooking as well, so that you're not sort of trapped in the kitchen 24 hours a day. Now, just making sure that is in one layer, so that it will cook nice and evenly. Now, so you can just see there, if I show you, that is just going to go under the grill, and it's not going to take long at all under there. So I'm just going to pop this straight under the grill. And again, just going to set my timer for about 4 minutes there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to turn them over, cook them on the other side as well. And at that point they're going to go into the wrap, and they're going to be so warm and juicy and absolutely gorgeous as well. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you now sort of what we're thinking of filling the wraps with as well. So I'm just going to get rid of a few little bits here. Tidy down a little bit. And we'll get going on our filling. So I'm going to keep our additional satay sauce there, as I say, because I'm also going to be spreading some on the wrap, but also as well as I'm going to be sort of preserving a little bit of it as well for later on for my own dinner as well. So what I have here is just one of the normal flour tortilla wraps as well. Once the turkey's done, and once the turkey or the chicken is cooked under the grill, I'm just going to pop that in and warm it up, just so it's kind of not as cold as it is now. So we leave that to one side for a second, and we're going to start to prepare our salad first. Now, for the salad, you can put whatever you have in the fridge. That's the good thing about this. Or if you like, if you're serving it on the bamboo skewers, is that you can serve it with some lovely brown rice. You can serve it with some stir-fried noodles, a bit of ginger, a bit of garlic through there, whatever takes your fancy, and then drizzling over a little bit of the peanut sauce afterwards. So although I'm making it for like lunchtime wraps as well, as I say, there is nothing to stop you from sort of changing it up, tweaking it around to turn it into a lovely dinner as well. So what I'm thinking today is I have some lovely sort of cos lettuce, baby cos lettuce, and the reason that I love this is that it's so crunchy. Okay, so it's one of those where it kind of is like a fresh dish. It needs like a crunchy salad in there. So I guess if you can't get this, is maybe a mix between iceberg and rocket as well. So you're getting that goodness from the rocket. So I have a good few leaves there, so I have them to one side. I'm also going to put in again, for a bit of texture, a bit of crunch, I've got some lovely yellow pepper, a bit of that in there. I'm going to do really thin strips of cucumber again. You've got that kind of crunchy salad as well. And then what I'm also going to do is I'm going to add in some grated carrot again as well. So you've got that lovely softness from the turkey or the chicken, but you've got loads of crunch from the salad in there. So you've got the warm, and then you've got the cold salad as well coming together. It tastes absolutely lovely. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start to sort of slice down the salads. So with the peppers, we want them really thin. Okay, so this is where your knife skills will come in. And we want them really thin, and like really thin slivers. And I'll just show you now what I mean here. So we're probably talking about something like that size, very thin. And as I say, the reason it is that you don't really want a big lump of pepper in your wrap. Okay, so if you're making this for a group of people, it's great, just assemble the whole lot in bowls, your salad, your turkey, your chicken, your satay sauce, and then it's just a matter of just putting it all together conveyor belt style. So again, we just get another little bit of our pepper here, and you can, obviously, there's nothing to stop you using red pepper if you like, green peppers if you like them as well. I find them a little bit bitter uncooked, but each to their own. So that's our peppers there. We're going to go in with our cucumber as well. Now, the trick trick with the cucumber is that the inside of the cucumber obviously is quite wet and nobody really wants that. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to cut that bit out of it. So again, just slicing through that bit, getting rid of it. Because otherwise that's going to bring a lot of wetness into the wrap as well, so you don't want that. So again, just cutting the inside out. And the last bit. Get rid of those. And then we're just going to cut very, very fine sort of shreds of our cucumber as well. Okay, so if your knife skills aren't great in this, I would suggest going very slow. But again, it's just really, really thin bits. So when you're normally in Asian food as well as when you're having like their wraps and their little Vietnamese rolls or anything like that, it's normally raw vegetables, but it's so thinly sliced that it doesn't matter. So you're not having like a big chunk of vegetables. So that's really what you want in this one as well. Throw them in on top of the peppers. And just the same with this one again. And then on the last one, same again. So this is another one where you can actually prep this earlier on in the day and then leave it in the fridge so that, as I say, by the time it comes to actually putting them together, it's just a matter of assembling them. Now, our lettuce, I'm going to leave them whole because, to be honest with you, they're small little leaves as well as, and I don't think they need to be cut down anymore. So leave those to one side. Now, there is our turkey. And we are just going to turn that over. So I'm just going to show you what that is like there. So you can see, I'll just lift that up for you. So you can see there, it's starting to just a lovely colour on it. So what I'm just going to do is, I'm just going to turn that over and let that cook on the other side for about another 3 minutes, and that's it done. Please, like as before, when I'm talking about cooking the chicken or turkey, is don't overcook it, because it's just going to be as dry as the bottom of your shoe, and you really don't want that. So again, another couple of minutes, and this will be lovely. And what I'm just going to do is, the extra sauce that has kind of fallen to the side, I'm just going to pile that up on top. So again, you're getting all of that lovely flavour. And then once we go to take this out as well, as I'm going to be using all of that, there will be nothing wasted on that. So we're going to put that back onto the grill for about 3 minutes, and that should do that. So what I'm also going to do now is I'm just going to pop this onto the grill as well, just to warm it up for a second, just our plain tortilla wrap. And if you like as well, there's no stop you using the lovely herby Mediterranean wraps as well, totally up to yourself. But also what's lovely in this as well is if you get your hands on some nice wholemeal pita breads, gorgeous, stuff them all in there as well, and you just end up with a lovely satay pita pocket. Okay, so we're going to start now to get everything to assemble it. For our carrots, I use organic carrots, so I never skin them. Literally, it's just down the side, just getting on a grater, just getting some nice little chunks of carrot. And this is just going to add another little bit of texture, as I say, to the wraps as well. Now, that should do it. Let me just get all those little bits there. Okay. We're just going to start to put everything together now to sort of bring it together and serve it. So, I have a nice little serving board here. We'll pop it onto that. And I'm also as well, because I love the taste of peanut sauce as well, so I'm actually just going to pop another little bit into like a little round kind of the side. And it just means that if you fancy dipping your wrap into it as well, you have a little bit more. So we'll just pop that in there. And I'm just going to get our wrap from underneath here. Okay. So that is lovely. Now, I just want to get somewhere dry for this one. I'll put a few things to the side. Okay. Now you need a bigger workspace. Okay, now, right. So for assembling our wrap, just getting your wrap flat down, And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little sort of smearing of the satay sauce on it first of all. So again, about 1 tablespoon is loads. Just onto the rock, you'll see here, is just spreading it across it so that it means that the salad as well is getting some of it. So just around it. I'll show you there what I mean. If you can see there, it's just a bit of sauce over the whole thing. Not too much, because again, you're going to have the peanut sauce as well coming off the turkey. You don't want too much of it. So that should probably do it. So you can see there, it's almost like as if you spread it around if you're making a pizza. And then onto that, we're going to start to layer up our salads. So a few little of our lettuce leaves. Just turn that around there. Just our nice crunchy lettuce leaves across it. Not too much, obviously, because when you want to roll it as well, you want to make sure it doesn't all fall apart, yeah? So again, just a little bit in there. And some of the bigger leaves you may just need to break down. We're going to go in with a little sort of a bit of our grated carrot. So again, just over the top there. Move that so you can see it. Another little bit of that. I absolutely love grated carrot. I don't know what it is. Lovely. And then adding to that as well, a few little bits of your cucumber. Again, not too much because you want to be able to actually roll it up. And then a few little bits of your yellow pepper as well. So again, the good thing about this is that as you're looking at it and you cut into it as well, is you've just got all these beautiful colours as well. So it just looks a feast on the eyes as well. And that is looking great. And that is my turkey ready to come out. Now, I'm just going to check this is actually cooked, just by pressing it apart. And, oh, that's absolutely perfect. I'm just going to put this to one side for a second, just let it cool ever so slightly, because we don't want it to start nearly cooking the salad as well. So we're just going to finish off sort of putting this together, and then we're going to pop that on. So just while I'm doing that, is I just let you know as well, at the moment is in my Fabulous Foodies group on Facebook, I'm actually running a Healthy Habits Challenge for the rest of this week. So starting today until Sunday. So it's basically sort of making small changes here and there. So if anybody fancies doing it, I'm also giving away a lovely free recipe book. So it's things like this sort of really fast food for lunches and dinners as well. So if anybody is interested, I will post it below in the comments box after the video. Feel free to come along and join up for it as well. And again, as always, there's always lots more recipes at my website as well, goodfoodnutrition.co.uk. If anybody fancies sort of getting in the kitchen and making stuff, pop along there. And do let me know if you do cook any of the recipes. Do get in touch and let me know how they go as well. Now, so we're just going to start to assemble this up. And we'll just pop a few strips of the turkey on. Just some of the nice long strips. You probably don't need that much. We'll put one more tiny little bit on. And the bit I absolutely love is, you will see here, is it's kind of like the crunchy bits that have kind of got brown under the grill. Love them. So do not waste them. Get them onto your wrap as well, just over the top, because you've nearly kind of got crispy little bits on there as well. So it adds a new texture as well to it. So there's nothing to stop you making this tonight, adding into it maybe some homemade wedges, some sweet potato wedges, some, if you make your own sort of homemade oven chips as well, as layering this up and having it with that, and you've got the most simplest supper to go along like on a Monday night. And it means, again, you're not stuck in the kitchen for hours cooking. So this is one that I would use, or to be honest with you, is even popping them on the little bamboo sticks as well as making them with some stir-fried veg and your homemade wedges. You can have a picky sort of tea as well. So I'm just going to get rid of the extra of this one for a second and turn off my grill. And we're just going to get ready now to actually assemble this all up. So again, this is quite full. So all you want to do is just using your knife, holding everything in place, is just up. And then you just want to sort of bring it over so that it's actually folded. And you'll see there what I mean. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut that across the middle. Just cutting it directly across the middle there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to serve that just like that. So I'm actually going to give you a look up to the camera now what that looks like, just so you can actually see it. And you can see there, hopefully everybody can see that. I'll just give you a look inside as well. But hopefully you can see it's really, really lovely and simple as well. So that is my chicken satay, well it's turkey today with me, but my chicken satay wraps with lovely salad and veg and all there as well. And also as well making my homemade satay sauce. So again, so simple. The satay sauce was literally just a mix of ginger, garlic, peanut butter, coconut milk or coconut yogurt or plain yogurt or Greek yogurt, something creamy based, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of lime zest, lime juice, and some coriander. And then you just whack it into a bowl, mix it up, and whatever you don't use for that meal is that just pop into a jam jar, into the fridge, and it will keep there for a week, or you can freeze it, and it keeps absolutely beautiful. So again, that is my chicken satay wraps for a Monday afternoon, or a Monday evening. So if you fancy it, there's a great one for you to make for a Tuesday afternoon lunch snack. And as I say, if you do make it, get in touch, let us know how it goes for you as well. And if you have any questions at all about today's recipe, or even to make the satay sauces, drop me a comment below and I will do my best to answer it. But until then, I will be back on Wednesday afternoon at 3 o'clock, cooking up a few other nice new dishes. And yes, I look forward to seeing you then. So have a great day, everybody, and I'll see you all Wednesday. Take care.